Good evening. Let's start. So, what all did we cover in the last class? We covered seas and neighboring countries, if you remember. I think 5 to 6 countries seas we studied along with the formulas also, how to remember it. Okay. Let us try to recollect the formulas once. Which is that green fish driving a car to, very good, Arctic Circle countries. For that, what is the formula? Green fish went to Norway by car. Green andre Greenland, F for Finland, I for Iceland, Ireland alla Iceland, okay. E for Norway, okay, fish. Amele C for Canada, A for America, Alaska and America, and R for Russia. Okay, these were the neighboring countries of Arctic region. Then we also discussed about a few seas and the formulas. We discussed about Adriatic Sea. Okay, remember Adriatic Sea? So, for Adriatic Sea, what was the formula? Very good. ISCMBA. I for Italy. Illi Iceland, Ireland confuse abadi. I for Italy. S for Slovenia. C for Croatia. M for Montenegro. B for Bosnia and Herzegovina, and A for Albania. Okay, these are the neighboring countries of seas. Then we also discussed about Black Sea. Black Sea, what is the formula? Remember black tea. So the formula is T burger. T for Turkey, B for Bulgaria, U for Ukraine, R for Russia, G for Georgia, one more R is for Romania. Correct? Idu neighboring countries of Black Sea. Then for Caspian Sea, what is the formula? Good. Formula is Tariq. Again T for Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Russia, Iran, Kazakhstan. Okay. Idu Caspian Sea. Amele? Any other sea? North Sea. What is the formula? No big friends. No big friends. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ friends formula FRENDS. Correct? No andre Norway, Belgium, Germany, France, England, Netherlands. Netherlands idya? Yes, Netherlands is there, and Denmark. Okay, this is the formula to remember. Sweden and Scotland. Good. Sweden and Scotland. Next, last sea. Yadu? Red Sea. What is the formula for Red Sea? Seed SY. Seed andre Sudan, Somalia, Sudan, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia. Is it landlocked? Yes, it is landlocked. Ethiopia. Okay, Ethiopia confuse abadi. D for Djibouti. Akade Saudi Arabia and Yemen. These are our neighboring countries for Red Sea. Okay na? Amele? One more last sea was there known as Baltic Sea. Road Germany, Cell, Poland and Finland. Okay. So R andre Russia, DE andre Denmark, Germany, Cell, sorry, S andre Sweden, E andre Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania. Okay. Poland and Finland. Okay, these were the neighboring countries and the seas that we studied last class. Also, did you start doing that homework? We had discussed a plan on how to do mapping. Day 1, day 2, day 3. Okay. See why? Because mapping cannot be done for 2 to 3 days and then I will revise it in the day before the exam. That is not how mapping works. Mapping should be done in a consistent period of time regularly. A rivers agirbodu, mountains, you should start visualizing. Okay, e river, where does it originate? How many states does it pass through? Does it pass through any national park or wildlife sanctuary? Where does it end? Which are the hydroelectric power dams? So ee tara try to start. Even if you have not started, we still have 100 days. 100 idya? 98 aita. I meant that you will work 2 hours extra every day and make it 100 days. You should earn that. See, I am telling you, mapping easiest return on investment. How much ever energy you put in, proportional amount of reward you are getting. Okay, but the same can we tell to art and culture? Art and cultural reward almost negative only. Basics, 1 or 2 questions you might get right, but these are the areas where you can predict, and I have given you examples also. Same river again and again. Ade Mahanadi, Ade Godavari, Ade Indus. Now again Indus is in the news. India has withdrawn from Indus water treaty. So Indus mele a lot of dams are being constructed. For example, one such dam is Sawalkote Dam. Chenaba Jelamma. Chenab. Okay, please have an idea about the new dams that are being constructed by India across river Indus. Kele keltare. Already we have seen minimum 3 to 4 questions asked on Indus. So there can be a question again, but a different aspect they will ask. So today I'll tell you what all we are going to do. We are going to complete climatology. And the complete climatology andre, I will show you examples of how questions have been asked on clouds. Questions have been asked on planetary winds. Year topic. Last class ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ climatology? Majorly atmosphere we covered and rivers ಆಯ್ತು ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು biomes, climatic types. Remember? So those topics we saw are the most important topics. Today we will complete climatology, do some oceanography and also some mountain system and go to current affairs. Okay? First we will complete off climatology so that we can go ahead. Again, wind systems is another very important part which is regularly being asked by UPSC. Wind systems anda bandaga global wind patterns, westerlies, roaring 40s, trade winds, their characteristics across hemispheres. Andre northern hemisphere how is it, southern hemisphere how is it? Okay, this is one aspect that is asked. Coriolis force, another question that has been asked at least 2 to 3 times. What is the reason behind Coriolis force? And where is Coriolis force at its highest and where is it at its lowest point? Where is Coriolis force 0? Ee tara concepts keltare. Whenever you read geography, these are the areas where you are going to give more prominence. It bitre there are no other bouncer questions in geography. Ide concepts indane barbeku questions. Okay? Also questions have been asked on monsoons, the seasonal winds, jet streams and their impact on precipitation. Idella questions we are going to see today. Then also cyclone, 2 to 3 questions have been asked by UPSC, but most of the questions have been asked only from these themes, only from these themes. Again, equatorial low, subtropical high pressure, polar high pressure, trade winds, westerlies, polar easterlies, yenilla, from which direction to which direction does it flow? What is the reason behind the movement? These 2 things you should be knowing. Okay? I'll show you the example also how to write or how to practice while you are solving the question. Also, unique events idiyala, El Nino, La Nina, Indian Ocean Dipole, these are the other type of questions that have been asked through climatology. 4 questions have been asked on this topic. Kelidira? First time are you hearing these words? El Nino, La Nina, what does it mean? Adalla, in Spanish language, it is derived from Spanish language. A little boy and little girl. Boy is good for India or girl is good for India? Girl is good for India. Andre, we will get more rainfall. Think like that. El Nino is bad for India. Do you agree? Okay. El Nino andre, elli low pressure agutte, where is high pressure? Please know that. If you know this much, that is more than enough. Which is good for India? La Nina. Okay. And ಈಗ winds ಎಲ್ಲ high pressure in the low pressure or low pressure in high pressure? High pressure to low pressure. So La Nina is good for India andre India low pressure irutta high pressure irutta, low pressure, high pressure to low pressure. Okay, ee tara logically also you can easily deduce all this, so you don't have to be smart. Again, let us see some questions from all these topics that have been asked. Again, winds, roaring 40s anta yadu kariyodu? Southern hemisphere. Read the question properly. I hope it is visible for everyone. Take your time, read all 4 options properly. Very simple. ಸರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದಲ್ಲ, ಕತ್ಲು ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಕಣ್ಣು, ಅದ ಸ್ಪೈಯಾ ನೀವು? ಬನ್ನಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹಂಗೆ. Okay, question is about roaring 40s. So how many of you will not mark? Anybody? How many of you think option A? Option A, option B, option C, option D? Obre 1, 2 and 4. But correct answer is option B, 2, 3 and 4. Again, see, first option nodi tumba easy ide. They blow uninterrupted in the northern and southern hemisphere. Is it true? ಯಾವ ಹೆಮಿಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಸದರ್ನ್. ನಾರ್ದರ್ನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಟಿನೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸೊ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 is wrong. Once you know that option 1 is wrong, you are already getting the answer. Again, I am telling you, in UPSC, it is not necessary that you have to know all the 4 options. The most difficult question will have the easiest hint, provided you know the basics at least. ನೀವು roaring 40s ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಯಾರು ಕೇಳಿರಬೇಕು, and you should know that concept. Whenever there are huge water bodies, that is when they can flow uninterrupted. Land ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಡ್ಡ ಬಂದ್ರೆ how can it go uninterrupted? If this logic is there, obviously we got the answer as option 2. Again, I am telling you and I am stressing, to clear prelims you don't need technical knowledge at all. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ presence of mind and awareness. And remember, when you are going to the exam hall, what should you think? What is your attitude? Australian cricket team, good. Along with this, very good, you remember. Second one, we Indians, or especially UPSC aspirants, we have this attitude. I'll go to the exam hall, what if they ask the topic I don't know? What if? Tale ella avaglu ide. Understood? Our brain runs like this. And at that point of time, questions you know also you will make mistakes, thinking, maybe I don't know. Rather, go into the exam hall saying, question will be there, hint will also be there. My job is treasure hunt. What is treasure hunt? Finding the treasure, and our treasure here are the keywords. Attitude hangirbeku, because thankfully it is not fill in the blanks exam. Fill in the blanks and the cutoff would have been 40, 50, 60. Getting it? So attitude, and this you have to remind yourself every day from today. Exam before you remember, nothing you will remember. You will be remembering the names of gods. All gods, please come and say me. But the attitude, the Australian mentality will not come overnight. It will come only with practice and constant talking to yourself also. Okay, let us continue. See the second question. Again, another question on yadu? Pressure release. Read both options. First, Coriolis force andre napka madkoli. I have told you, whenever you see Coriolis force, mind it should come 0 at the equator, maximum at the poles. Either logically, then you read the options. Visible? Balcony? Very simple, very straightforward question idea. Westerlies in southern hemisphere are stronger and persistent in southern hemisphere than in northern hemisphere, correct? We know the reason. What is the reason? Illi land iralla, alli land irutte. So option 1 is correct. Southern hemisphere has less land mass compared to north. Option 1 is correct. See the second one. Coriolis force is higher in southern hemisphere as compared to northern hemisphere. Everywhere it is the same. It depends on the local condition. Correct? So option B is correct or wrong? Wrong. So the answer will be option A. Are you observing the type of questions he is asking? All these are copy paste from our NCERTs. Copy paste only. Okay. Let us go to the next question. Observe ಮಾಡಿ. What causes wind to deflect towards the left in southern hemisphere? Temperature. Temperature in the wind ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು direction change ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗುತ್ತಾ logically? Second, magnetic field. ಅದು ಯಾವ magnet? Wind ಹೆಂಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ. See, rotation of earth, pressure. What is the answer? Rotation of earth. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Questions ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಬರೋದು. And in geography, I think I have not missed out on any questions. 95% of the questions I am bringing up. To tell you that questions are coming only in this manner. First, what you are going to do as soon as you see assertion and reasoning, because blindly you are going to write because. You can visualize this question actually. If you visualize now, you will get the answer even faster. Surface winds spiral inwards upon the center of the cyclone because air descends in the center of the cyclone. True or false? ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಏರ್ ಡಿಸೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅಸೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅಸೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಟೇಕ್ ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. Take your time. Geography optional students can enlighten us. Aditi. Yena Sina. Yena Sina. Yene. See Allah. Check ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇಕಾರೆ. A is only the answer. Chirag. Exam is coming. All of you have completed second revision. Still cyclone ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ತಿರುಗತ್ತೆ cyclone ಅಂದ್ರೆ? ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ಸಿ ಅಂತ ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ? ಡಿಸೆಂಡ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, another question, most easiest question of the year that year by UPSC. Now you all of you will know this. The winds which blow between 30° north to 60° south latitude throughout the year are known as westerlies. Correct? ಇವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಗೊತ್ತು. What he is trying to tell you, ಅವನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು 30° north ಇಂದ 60° south all this wind is westerlies ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ಟ್ರೂನಾ? It should have been 30° north and 30° 60°. So don't think that it is a printing mistake by UPSC. It is not a printing mistake by UPSC. Purposely they have given that. Okay, these are the minor things that we have to start observing. Last year in BRICS also, the BRICS summit theme, multilateralism na multiculturalism ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, so that is the reason why you have to be very, very awake while you are reading as well as you are reading the question in your exam. So the moist air mass that causes winter rains in northwestern region are a part of westerlies. First westerlies ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ಹಿಂಗ correct? West to east. So is it correct? Yes. Answer is option B. Westerlies, where does it flow anta ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ, this would have been a correct answer. So what I am trying to tell you, whenever UPSC gives this, just write down here 0, 30, 60, 30, 60. Then try to draw this. So to get an affirmation that whatever you are doing is actually right. Even though you might be knowing it, don't get overconfident in the exam. It will take not more than 10 to 15 seconds to write this. Okay? Again, another question on cyclone. Observe my trends, topics. Coriolis force was one topic. Cyclone is another topic. In the South Atlantic and Southeastern Pacific region in tropical latitude, cyclones do not originate. Why? Option 1, sea surface temperatures are low. Intertropical convergence zone seldom occurs. Coriolis force is too weak. Absence of land in those regions. Eliminate aru ಮಾಡಿ ಇವಾಗ ಆಯ್ತು. You don't know the answer now. Try to eliminate. Which one will you eliminate? See, Coriolis force is too weak. Scratch ಮಾಡಿ. South East Pacific and South Atlantic. All absence of land. Land ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ತೆಗಿಬೋದಾ? Again, I am without any knowledge, we are trying to eliminate two options here. Next, what is the answer? A na B na? B. Intertropical convergence seldom occurs. Why? What is intertropical convergence zone? ಎರಡು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗೋದು. Okay, so that is the, again Coriolis force is back. Simple, easy 2 marks. ಓದಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಓದಿ. Coriolis force, it increases with increase in wind velocity. Force, wind ಬಂದ್ರೆ obviously ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ? Second, it is maximum at the poles and is absent at the equator. True or false? 100% correct. Answer is both 1 and 2. In the exam, don't think how can UPSC give both 1 and 2. You would have made one option wrong. Don't negate. Believe in your knowledge. I see students many times they believe, I am only wrong, maybe UPSC is correct. So don't do that. If you are recollecting it, that means you definitely know it. And I think you have seen in the habit that you have in test series, first time you identify the right answer, but by the time you read again and come back to mark, already change your mind. Correct? And majority of the times changing your mind, you are going to go wrong. So always believe in your first instinct, because you know that is why you are able to recollect the answer. If you don't know, do you think your mind is mad to simply tell this is the answer? Correct? So, and this is not gut feeling, sir. Gut feeling is different. Gut feeling, I think so. Who is the founder of this kingdom? Please leave your gut outside your exam hall and go. Gut feeling I marks. Gut feeling alone test series alle. Gut feeling 90% is wrong. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Gut feeling ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. You are identifying it because yes, I have read it, I am trying to recollect it, that is why I am telling that this is the right answer. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ mind answers. Make it a habit from the test series which you are doing now only. First time I have identified, I will not change the answer at any cost. Agle bubble maabudi. Once you bubble, there is no option to again change. Don't think I will take whitener, I will use whitener and change the option. Don't carry whitener to your exam hall. Okay? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಅದೇ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಇಂದ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಆರ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ರಿಪೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್? ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಓದಿ. Here he tried to play double game only ಅಂತ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೇಳೋದು. Jet streams occur only in the northern hemisphere. 100% wrong. One eliminate ಮಾಡಿ. As soon as you eliminate one, either 2 and 3 or 2 only. And 2 guarantee correct. Now don't say sir, il only ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ sir. How can it be right? Don't use that logic. 2 is correct. Come to the third one. The temperature inside the eye of the cyclone is nearly 10 degrees centigrade lesser than that of the surroundings. Higher, lesser chance illa. Okay, so that is why option C is also right or wrong? Wrong. Answer is option C. Artha aagta idya? Again, I'm telling you again, in 3 options, if you know one option also know, you are almost there. You are almost there. And especially this is true in the most difficult questions. You eliminate one option, obviously UPSC is going to get the answer, right answer. But sir, next year, what if he again comes back to that pattern? Only 1, only 2, only 3, only 4. Cutoff will drastically reduce for sure. Last year ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಡಿದನೆ, cutoff has drastically increased to 95. So don't take a chance at blindly mark whenever these options come. Only anta bandaga, only if you are 100% sure, you go for it. Yes, let us go to the next question. Okay, Shri Krishna, zoom ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಟೈಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಕ್ಷರ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. I'll also read the question, okay? Sun's halo is produced by the refraction of light in. This question yavukallu illa. Previous year UPSC PYQ. Nana question jora gottini, don't worry. Any idea? ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸಿನಾ ಡಿನಾ ಅಥವಾ ಬಿನಾ? ಈ ತರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಅಂತ 2 ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೋಲ್ಡ್ ಯು, ಸೇಮ್ 2 ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ 99% ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೋಸ್ 2 ಓನ್ಲಿ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ದರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ ಐಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ cirrus clouds. What is cirrus cloud? Topmost. That is why sun's halo is produced by refraction of light from the topmost layer. If you know that cirrus is the topmost layer also, you could have got this correct. Again, I am telling you, UPSC copy paste ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. I'll show you questions when you do oceanography, how same question has been repeated almost 5-10 years later. Okay, just a minute. Next question. This cloud systems ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಂದಿರೋ questions, whatever we are discussing. Again, I'll read for online students. During a thunderstorm, the thunder in the sky is produced by, all of you know thunderstorms. First, meeting of cumulonimbus clouds in the sky. Second, lightning that separates the nimbus clouds. Third, violent, that is not violet, violent upward movement of air and water particles. Correct ಆಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಥಂಡರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೌಂಡ್, ಓಕೆ, ನಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಲೈಟ್ನಿಂಗ್. ಆಪ್ಷನ್ 1 only na? Option D is the answer here. Actually, that sound is produced by electricity, the charges that are there. Everybody thought yes sir, 100% correct. A answer was option D, because of the electricity that is produced during the events that happens there. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Next question. High clouds primarily reflect solar radiation and cool the surface of the earth. I'll repeat. High clouds andre topmost primarily reflect solar radiation and cool the surface of the earth. Okay. Second, low clouds have high absorption of infrared radiation emanating from the earth's surface and thus cause warming effect. Slow down, ಆರಾಮಾಗಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. Take your time. Is telling high clouds ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲೇ they will reflect of the solar radiation and cool the surface. True or false? ಚಾನ್ಸೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Option 1 is wrong. Second, low clouds have a high absorption of infrared radiation emanating from the earth's surface and thus cause warming effects. ಇದು ನೋಡಿದೆ ಜಾಗ್ರಫಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟೀಸು ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾರೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರಾಂಗ್. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಗೈನ್ that point of time the question was a difficult question, let us accept. ಇವಾಗ post mortem we are doing. Post mortem it is easy to come and show this is the answer, you don't know so much and laugh. But exam ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ it is your duty. Okay, so low clouds ಗಿಂತ high clouds have a higher observation rate. Observe ಮಾಡಿ, this map is properly indicating low clouds, they are the reason why they protect our zoom. There's some issue actually. Wait, let me try. Next questions again will repeat on clouds. Be ready for that. E topics alle questions barte, cyclone, clouds. Okay, so here again at that point of time people said it is a matter of debate, you can give the answer or benefit out of doubt to the option B also. But what did UPSC give as answer? Option D. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Then let us start with the special events. For short-term climate prediction, which one of the following events detected in the last decade is associated with occasional weak monsoon rain in the Indian subcontinent? Now only we discussed. Read all the options. La Nina is good for India or bad for India? Good for India. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Weak monsoon ಅಂದ್ರೆ bad for India. Movement of jet streams was a very old discovery. See El Nino and southern oscillations. So when El Nino is there, obviously there is going to be a weak monsoon. Andre high pressure over India or low pressure? High pressure, low pressure. I told you wind hogadu high inda low na, low inda high. High to low. If you just remember that concept. Okay. Yes. Please read. Again another simple question actually. And it's okay if you don't know that concept today. Your job is to go back home and at least you learn these concepts. ಆಗಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಸರ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್. What is the answer? How many of you don't know honestly? Nangu ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅರ್ಧ ಜನ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. It's okay. The answer is option B. Go back and read what exactly is El Nino Modoki. El Nino Modoki ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ this answer is not ours. In the exam such concepts come, it is not my question. I am not going to answer that. Again I am telling you, you should know which questions to attend and which questions not to attend. In cricket, do you see everybody hitting every ball for a 6? It is your job to respect the good balls. Here also it is your job to respect the questions that you do not know. And also, two things you have to leave outside your exam hall. One is gut and one more is ego. Why you have to leave your ego outside your exam hall? Sir, my option is geography, sir. How can I come out of the exam hall not marking geography answer? Sir, I am PSIR student. How can I not mark speaker and come outside? And that ego will make sure that a question you do not know, you are forcing yourself to mark. And probability of that answer being correct is very less. So please ensure that don't take anything to your ego in the exam. If you don't know, it is completely fine. Better not to attend that. Rather than telling, no, how can I not know this? I am a punter in ancient medieval. Please develop this habit of at least ensuring that you do not attempt these questions. Let's go ahead. Again, another question on La Nina this time. They asked what is the difference between La Nina and El Nino. That is not Nia, that is Nina. La Nina. Write down if you have any doubt. Low pressure, high pressure. La Nina is coming under low pressure over India. If you write that now, you will develop that habit. La Nina is characterized by unusually cold ocean temperature in equatorial Indian Ocean. Cold temperature andre high pressure or low pressure? High pressure. So wind barbekagiತ್ತು ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಾ? Are you observing the logic here? I don't know how correct I am. I am not a geography faculty, but my knowledge says wind blows from high pressure to low pressure. In La Nina, wind should blow towards India. La Nina, correct? La Nina is good for India, we discussed. So near India, should we have high pressure or low pressure? Low pressure. But it is contradicting our knowledge. Option 1. So option 1 is incorrect. Option 1 is incorrect. Guarantee. Logic correct? Yes or no? Second, El Nino has adverse effect on southwest monsoons of India, but La Nina has no effect on monsoon climate. ಈಗ ತಾನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, La Nina means bumper for India. More rainfall, not no. So what is our answer? Option D. I am telling you, it needs courage to mark D. Marking all the above and none of the above is the most courageous thing that we are going to do in the exam. But again, if you have basic knowledge, and are these difficult questions according to you? Now it is easy, but in the 2 hours when time is ticking, it becomes a difficult question. Ali, where you will stop reading, whereas north will look like south. That is why make a habit of writing. If you make that habit of writing, definitely it is going to help you in the exam. And here our no also, but and no. ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾನ್ ಅಂತ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಟ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಗಾನ್, ನೋ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಿದೆ gone. Okay, last in the month of April I will give you example with empirical evidence of but and no. Okay, shall we continue? Indian Ocean Dipole. When you write down this, first you put a map of Indian Ocean. You put a map of Pacific Ocean. Write down what is east and west. East ಯಾವ್ದು ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಅದು ವೆಸ್ಟ್, ಇದು ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್, ಇದು Indian Ocean, ಇದು Pacific Ocean, ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್. ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ದಟ್, ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗೋದು. Actually this should have been tropical Eastern Indian Ocean and tropical Western Pacific Ocean. ಈ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಓಷನ್ ಡೈಪೋಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರೈಟ್. there is a concept, do you know? Indian Ocean dipole ಕೇಳಿದೀರಾ? Yes or no? So this Indian Ocean concept dipole is actually, it takes the difference between Western Pacific Ocean and Eastern Pacific Ocean. ಉಲ್ಟಾನಾ? Eastern Indian Ocean and Western Pacific. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ತಾನೆ? ಉಲ್ಟಾನಾ? ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಬರಲ್ವಾ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ? ಹೌದಾ? ಏನೋ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಹಂಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೇನೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೈ ಬಿ. ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಓಷನ್ ಏನಂಗಾರೆ? ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿನಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ಟೀಚರೇ ತಪ್ಪು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Indian Ocean dipole. Okay, going by that also, option A is wrong. Let us come to option B. An Indian Ocean phenomena, dipole phenomena, can influence an El Nino's impact on the monsoon. Can. Yes, can andre usually correct irutta. Any extreme words? B is correct. Okay, are you observing the special phenomena where UPSC is asking, and he is asking that two major things which are impacting our monsoon. He is not picking up random things. El Nino, La Nina, ENSO ಕೇಳಿದಿರಾ? What is ENSO? El Nino Southern Oscillation, IOD, ಇದೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವುದು ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನೋ ಜೂಲಿಯನ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್ ಅಂತಿದೆ. ಮೇಡಮ್ ಜೂಲಿಯನ್ ಆಸಿಲೇಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಸಮ್ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಟು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಓಷನ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತನಾ? Again, let us stop. Let us go back and revise climatology ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನೇನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ, because you should be knowing this. First thing, atmosphere. I'll write it down. Wait. When it comes to climatology, which are the important topics? First one is atmosphere. ಆಮೇಲೆ biomes. What is biomes also called as? Climatic types, vegetation, climatic types. Okay, amele what else did we discuss today? Clouds, winds, pressure systems, etc. Amele cyclone. If winds alle we can write Coriolis force also. Okay, and last topic we discussed was special events, like this is our climatology, sir. Climatology ಓದಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದೇ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂದಾನೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್. Got an idea? Any doubts? Good. So let us discuss one topic of Sudan and then come back to oceanography and mountains. Why is this place in the news? Sudan. Civil war is happening. There was a military coup also. Okay, very important tribe. What is the tribe that is in news? Why you are so dull today? Valentine's Day, you are not able to go anywhere. Huh? You are with your Valentine only today. UPSC. Year long, you have no other choice but to stay with UPSC. See again, Sudan, why is it in the news? Trump, Trump did not end this war. He can't come. Why is it in the news today, last few days? Very good. RSF anta ide. Rapid Support Forces. It is a militant group. Earlier it was actually a part of Sudan army. Now this RSF has taken over control over a few regions in Sudan. Yes, the main place is El Fasher. Also, we will see other places that are there in the news. Khartoum, Darfur. Amele, what is a port? Port is Port Sudan. One thing they have done well is Port Sudan. Okay. Okay, so this is our Sudan. Are you able to see? Geographically, third largest country of Africa. Geographically, and area wise, third largest country of Africa. And please remember our river Nile. We have discussed in, yes, good. Sudan, there is a place known as Khartoum where the White Nile and the Blue Nile meet to form the river Nile. Very, very important. A White Nile and a Blue Nile. Can you see Lake Tana here? From here, it goes towards Khartoum. White Nile comes from here and it meets at this place known as Khartoum. Done. So this is our Sudan important places that are there. One is El Fasher, Niala, Al Ubaid, Khartoum and Atbara. These are very, very important places of Sudan. Okay, repeat Madi. Niala, El Fasher, Al Ubaid, Khartoum and Atbara. Why is Sudan famous? One is world's biggest human rights issue, displacement of people has happened in Sudan. World's largest, no doubt. Arbitrary civil war is happening in Sudan. Why else is Sudan famous? Very good, it is present in Sahel region. What are the resources that are present in Sudan? Oil, very, very important. One of the largest exporters of oil, gold also, and sesame seeds. Have you heard of sesame seeds? Largest exporter of sesame seeds is Sudan. Adu mat Arabic gum anta barate. Okay, sesame seeds and Arabic gum. I'll show it to you. More than 9.5 million people displaced. The world's largest humanitarian and displacement crisis in Sudan. Why are tens of thousands of people fleeing Sudan? This is the name of the place, El Fasher. Is it anything related to communal clashes? Which community people are present in Sudan? Muslim, Islam community. Again, the major target here is the non-Muslim community people. I'll tell you who they are. Meanwhile, Somaliland, which community people? Muslim beda, tribe, ethnicity. Tutsi, Rwanda. Hutus and Tutsis, Rwanda. Somaliland alone tribe idare. Very good. Isaac, ISSAQ. Port Esro, Barbera port. Barbera. Remember? Again, last I will revise everything. Within 2 hours, I will take all current affairs topics and will revise. Okay? Yes. Another very, very, very important place that is there, Kordofan. Write down. 5-star topic idu. Kordofan. Kordofan. Khartoum done. And Barkoli, Abyei, Abyei. Abyei. It is a conflictual region between Sudan and South Sudan. Sudan mate South Sudan ke conflictual region. What is the name? Abyei. UPSC likes to pick places which are actually conflict zones. Remember Essequibo? Venezuela and Guyana. Don't forget that. Essequibo. Same way we have Abyei here. Abyei. Again, see the neighboring countries. Don't sit and by heart the neighboring countries. Not needed. Angandre, then we'll start by hitting all neighboring countries of all African nations. Let us not work like that. But does it have border to Red Sea? Yes or no? Currently, can you see this red colored region? This is being controlled by Sudanese army. RSF is controlling the yellow colored regions. This is what is happening today in Sudan. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Yes, this is the name of the tribe that are being hunted down. Masalit tribe. Write down. Masalit. MASSALIT. UPSC loves tribes. UPSC loves Africa. So this is a very good combination of tribes and Africa. What is the name? Masalit tribes. They are major non-Arab ethnic groups in Darfur. So these people are being killed by RSF. RSF. Also they can simply give us match the following. RSF M23 Al-Shabaab, and they can ask match the following, which countries do they belong to, and UPSC no, they will not give match the following, rather they will ask how many pairs are correctly matched. That is the worst thing that is to happen to us. It's a person, he was some army person. Okay. I told you, no? A B area is a conflict between Sudan and South Sudan. One more, Halib Triangle. Another conflict, Halib Triangle. HALAIB. Halib Triangle is another conflictual region. You only tell me which two countries will be there. Egypt and Sudan. And it is very close to, or is it, it has link to Red Sea. Again, for this also, as usual, British are the reason. Wherever problems in the world, either there are only two people who are reasons, US or UK. And here it is UK again. India, Pakistan, yaar problem reason. UK today, USA. Okay. Artha ita places. B is the conflictual region between Sudan and South Sudan. Write down. UNISFA. UNISFA means United Nations Security Council's UN Interim Security Force for a B. It is a peacekeeping force. I hope you know the concept of peacekeeping. So there is a United Nations peacekeeping force known as UNISFA in this region known as ABBY. United Nations Interim Security Force for ABBY, UNISFA, the peacekeeping mission in the oil-rich disputed region between Sudan and South Sudan. Again, the major tribes who are present are known as Nuer and Dinka. What is the name? Nuer and Dinka. Majorly they are present in South Sudan. Chances are very less being asked, but a Dinka na napka itkoli. Nuer and Dinka, they are present in South Sudan. Very famous. Anybody who is preparing for international relations or observing UPSC from last 5 years will be knowing this place, these tribes. Nuer and Dinka. South Sudan's Dinka people, they are extremely, why are they famous? They are primarily pastoral people. They are known to drink milk directly from the animals. Usually milk is reared and then it is consumed. They directly feed for milk from the animals. Atra bere practices ide. Correct? Anthrol ide, adike gotta. Blood also they drink. Yes. What are Sudan's main exports? One is crude oil, animal products, gold and oil seeds and gum Arabic. Sudan is the world's largest exporter of sesame seeds and gum Arabic. What is sesame seeds? Ella sasvena. You make laddu from cashew also. Correct. Okay, fine, no problem. Sesame seeds largest exporter. Correct. These are the places. Again, remember I told you one place, Al Obeid. Alle oil refinery iradu. Al Obeid. But you have to be remembering, repeat the places we studied. Darfur. Abi andre South Sudan, Sudan. A triangle is no? Halib triangle. Okay, and also Khartoum. Khartoum meaning famous. Two names will come and meet there. Khartoum, Darfur, El Fasher. El Fasher miss Madangel. Amel Kordofan. Nyala also. Nyala. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್. ಸುದಾನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್. Darfur I told. Darfur. And see, all the gold they are selling is being bought by UAE and Saudi Arabia. UAE especially. Okay, these West Asian countries are very smart. They are controlling all these African countries. Somaliland also. UAE has very good ties with Somaliland. Okay. Again, let us see, in 2019 there was a democratic hope that happened. Elections also happened. 2021 there was a military coup. Many countries in Africa are facing military coup. One example of that is Sudan. SAF andre Sudan Armed Forces. Okay. RSF. Earlier what happened? There was only Sudan Army or Armed Forces. Then they had one separate force known as RSF. RSF was actually the updated version of a militia known as Janjaweed militia. A very radical group known for carrying out executions of or genocide. Janjaweed militia, it evolved into another form of organization known as RSF. Suddenly what government did, they said even RSF belongs to Sudan Army. It was a radical militant group. Suddenly it was incorporated into Sudanese army. Will it work? Currently those two people are fighting now. Yaro, Sudan Army on one side, RSF on one side for control. Okay. Who are Sudan's RSF and their commander Hemeti? The RSF was formed in 2013 and has its origin in the notorious Janjaweed militia that brutally fought rebels in Darfur. A rebels na target madake ಒಂದು notorious group ittu. What is the name? Janjaweed militia. Our RSF was derived. Okay. The Janjaweed militia refers to the armed groups of Arabs of Darfur and Kordofan in western Sudan. Again, UPSC can ask one-liner, Janjaweed is seen in the news anta kelbodu. Which region? Sudan. Sudan andre West Africa na East Africa? East Africa. Okay. Have a logical observation also. East Africa. All this not needed. Khartoum is the capital city. El Fasher, Darfur's largest city. And again that Wamadani is out. You can skip that. What are the natural resources? Majorly oil, gold and agricultural output. World's largest sesame and Arabic gum exporter. Yaru? Sudan. Ishte Sudan. Okay. Artha aita? Which is a place conflict between Sudan and Egypt? Al-Yib triangle. Sudan and South Sudan? Abi. Okay. Abai. Again, why is it in the news? Biggest displacement of people ever in the world. Biggest or largest you can call. What is the name of the tribe? Masalit. Repeat madi. Masalit. Very, very important community. Eliradauru? Sudan. Okay. Non-Arabic people. Artha aita? What did we discuss now? Sudan, why is it in the news? What are the places in news? What is RSF? Done. So another topic will complete and then jump back to geography. That is rare earth elements. Yes, what all do you know about rare earth elements? Chances are UPSC will ask this year because budget allu ade news. Budget allu create madidru? Rare earth metals corridor anta madaralla. How many states? 4 corridors. Where all? Odisha, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Andhra Pradesh. That means that is where our largest rare earth metals are present. Okay, rare earth elements. Now, what all do you know about rare earth? Why is it called rare? They are not actually rare. It is diffused, economically very difficult for us to extract it. Okay, India is the third largest, has the third largest reserves of rare earth metals. True or false? 100% true. UPSC observe ಮಾಡಿ ಈ first, second, third ಅನ್ನೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಇಷ್ಟ ಅವರು. They like it a lot. So again some reports say fifth, but majority of the reports say that India has the third largest reserves of rare earth elements. First year China, second USA and Australia. Very good. ಹೊಡೆದಾಡಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ. Your mind will fight like this in the exam. No, Australia, no USA. Second is Brazil, sir. Second is Brazil. It's okay. Again, you will never forget this again. ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ UPSC ethanol producers ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಟಾಪ್ 2 ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Remember UPSC has asked about Brazil and USA. Chances of this coming. Are you observing how I am trying to link PYQ? Next time when you are reading any such topic, your brain should link to that. ಏನಂತ? Okay, first and second largest producers I should be knowing. And see number 8. Greenland. That is why Donald Trump has his eye on Greenland. This is where majority of India's rare earth wealth is present. That is the reason our rare earth corridors are made here only. Ellide? Odisha, Kerala, Odisha, Maharashtra, but our corridors are only in 4 states. Which 4 states? Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh. The corridors ಮಾಡಿರೋದು. Is it present in Karnataka? ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಒಂದು ಕಡೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ವಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಿಗಲ್ವಾ? half kg. Coastal belt, it is definitely present, sir. Monazite sands, thorium, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ಯಾವುದಿದೆ? Can anybody tell all rare earth metals elements? All names, not 17. Which group do they belong to in periodic table? Lanthanides. You know periodic table? A periodic table one group ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತದೆ. Let us see. Seventeen metallic elements in group 3 of the periodic table. ಎಷ್ಟು? Group 3. 15 lanthanides. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ? ಇದು lanthanides. ಅದು ಬಿಟ್ಟರೆ 2 extra outsiders are there. Scandium and yttrium. Scandium and yttrium. Moderately abundant but rarely concentrated. It is distributed in small bits and pieces everywhere. It is not present in a huge amount in a single place. That is why it is known as rare earth elements. Okay. ಎರಡು category ಇದೆ. Light rare earth metals elements and heavy rare earth. In India, which one is found? Light or heavy? Both. Highest ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ? Heavy ಅಲ್ಲ, light. Light rare earth elements are present majorly in India. We'll discuss all that. Okay. ಯಾವ್ದು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಲಿ? Light rare earth metals. Why are they so important? What is there that they have special properties which are very important for our electric vehicles, digital technology, mobile phone, semiconductor chips, defense equipments? ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ we need rare earth elements. Problem here, we are depending on imports for all of this. We are depending on imports. So, and who is the majority country controlling all the supply chain? China. So, China has weaponized supply of rare earth elements. To break that, we are depending on rare earth ourselves. That is the context also, by the way. High density, high melting point, most of them have trivalent charge. Adike group tilirodu. Trivalent charge, they are not actually rare. It's okay if you don't remember also, but remember which is not there. Uranium idya? Any EMs which are not there, UPSC will ask. Understood? You cannot buy at all 19. But observe madi, ella EM indane ending irutte. But uranium also ending from EM, but not there. Correct? Lanthanum, cerium, prasadium. Some napka idkoli example beka bedu ashte. Prasada, rare earth, lanthanum, cerium. Easy na? Then we have neodymium. Please remember, neodymium is the most or one of the most important rare earth elements. Adu neodymium matte iron batteries ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Magnets, sorry, not battery. Permanent batteries. Every vehicle will need this magnet ante. Every vehicle will need at least, I think, 500 to 1 grams to 1 kg of this battery. Magnet. That is why this is a 5-star rare earth element. Repeat the name. Neodymium, promethium, samarium, europium. Europium mariyalva? Europium will remember definitely. Again repeat madi. Lanthanum, cerium, prasadium, and neodymium, europium, promethium, and samarium. Others, gadolinium, terbium, dysporium. You nodi takshana you will be able to identify. You just see this 5 times. 6th time you will be able to tell, sir, this is not there, sir, in that list. And after this I will go to critical minerals. A critical matte rare difference nodre gottagutte. Okay? Especially remember that we have scandium and yttrium. Yttrium is there, ytterbium is there. Mariyalatana, yttrium is there, ytterbium is also there. Again 5 times you read these names, more than enough. Again these are the primary mineral sources. Our monazite idiyala, a monazite sand, one of the primary sources for rare earth elements. Okay? Why are they needed? First, permanent magnets. Nd, Feb. Nd andre neodymium, Fe andre iron, B andre actually boron. Okay? It is one of the most strongest permanent magnet that is present in the entire world today. What is the name? Neodymium Feb composition. Okay, every vehicle, especially electric vehicle, will need at least 500 grams to 1 kg of this. Artha idala? Electronics, smartphone, LEDs, wind turbine, electronic vehicle batteries, defense, satellite communication, your missiles, all of them will need this. Artha aita? That is why rare earth metals are important. Lanthanum idiyala comprises up to 50% of digital camera lens. You know digital cameras? A lens is 50% is made up of lanthanum. Europium, yttrium and terbium create luminescent phosphors for our flat panels. LED TV, a flat iruttalla. Adike we need this europium, yttrium, etc. And also for fiber optical communication. But one problem is there in rare earth. What is that problem? That we know. Second problem is the extraction of rare earth elements is a highly polluting job, extremely polluting. For every ton of rare earth extracted, 2000 tons of toxic waste are produced. Numbers beda illi. Eno demerit? Extraction leads to a lot of toxicity. Ish gottidre saku. Okay? Avaru ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ extraction of rare earth elements is a very environmental friendly process ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Is it true or false? False. ಇಷ್ಟು ನಾಪಕ ಇದ್ರು ಸಾಕು UPSC. But trust me, rare earth elements this year there will be a question on it for sure. But for China, you know, China does not care for all this. All they need is rare earth. Health risk is there also. very important is it will lead to emission of radioactive elements or radiations. That is the reason why still today we do not have the technology for this. Toxic waste generated. India again majority our coastal districts have. Coastal andre Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and Gujarat. However, hinterland allu ide. Inland Jharkhand, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu. India's RE profile, light or heavy na? Light. Primarily light RE is neodymium and praseodymium extracted to 99% purity level. Please see this. Indian Rare Earth Limited leads the mining of rare earth elements. Yaar nodkonadu? Who is doing this? Indian Rare Earth Limited. Don't think UPSC has created one body. I have never heard of this body. There is a separate. Is it a PSU? Yes. Repeat the name. Indian Rare Earth Limited. Have you heard of Kabil? What is Kabil? Khanij. Hindi lide Khanij. Kabil anta. It is also related to extraction of minerals and having joint ventures with outside countries also for India's mineral security. We'll discuss that. Kabil anta, very important PSU. Okay? Outside India. Again, some sources actually told 5th largest. Okay, but many other sources are telling 3rd largest. First, second antu illa guarantee. First yaru? China. Second, Australia, no? Brazil. Good. Second is Brazil. 3rd is India. 4th is Australia. Please, very, very important places are here. India's recoverable, but one more thing. Despite India having 3rd largest deposits, we are extracting less than 1% of the global production. Andre, we have 3rd largest, but how much are we using? Less than 1%. That is why to increase this less than 1% to at least 10%, we have launched rare earth corridors. Artha agtidiyalla? Kerala hosts the richest monazite belt, particularly along the Kollam, Alappuzha, Kanyakumari stretch, where Indian Rare Earth Limited operates major plants at Chavara and Manavala Kurichi. Chavara is very, very important. Write down the place. Chavara. Elidedu? Kerala. Famous for rare earth elements. UPSC en ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ? They will ask these places. Repeat the name. Yes. Monazite is a reddish brown phosphate mineral rich in rare earth elements such as cerium, lanthanum and neodymium and thorium, commonly found in beach and river sands. Odisha's Ganjam, Balasore and Mayurbhanj district, especially write down Chhatrapur mineral sand belt. Chhatrapur. He will just give 3 places. Chavara, Chhatrapur. Why is it in the news anta keltare? And in Andhra Pradesh, Srikakulam, Visakhapatnam, Krishna Godavari region, this is all fine. Our places very important. Repeat ಮಾಡಿ our places. Chavara. Yes. The Chhatrapur mineral sand belt. Chhatrapur belt elide, Odisha elide. Chavara elide, Kerala. Okay. I'll give you names of 3 places. I want you to tell what they are. Doubt? Chavara anta ellide jaga? Kerala elide. Alli enide? Rare earth elements present. Okay. Ilva tara jaga? Data showed that India holds about 6.9 million tons of rare earth oxides reserve, placing it behind only China and Brazil. China tops the list with 44 million ton. India nodi 6.9 million ton. China 44 million ton. Fourth is Australia, Russia, Vietnam, etc. Sir, what is this list, sir, then? They are producers. Having reserves is different, producers is different. Okay? And here, China obviously is the largest, USA is second largest, third is Myanmar. Third ela beda, 1, 2 is enough. Don't get confused between producers and those who have reserves. Both are different. Artha aita? What did we read now? Rare earth elements. How many are there? 15 plus 2. 15 no? Ya group adu? Lanthanide group alirado. Innerdu scandium matte yttrium. Okay, remember? Then India is the third largest and light irada dark irada. Heavy na? Light. Okay na? Then what else did we discuss? India places Chavara and Chhatrapur. Very, very important. Fine. Who is involved in extracting all this? IREL, Indian Rare Earth Limited. Okay. This bitre usually nothing else. What are the properties? Why is it famous? For all digital electronics, for magnets, e-vehicles, space, defense, we need this. Adralli a magnet esrenu? Neodymium iron B. Okay. It is a very important permanent magnet needed for all the electric vehicles. Next, what is critical minerals then? Critical minerals and rare earth elements are different, sir. Don't get confused. Critical minerals andre whatever is important for our country's economic development. Adu critical minerals. Okay. Majorly in India, these are the two criteria to identify any product as critical mineral. Two criteria is there. One is economic importance and one more is supply vulnerability. Repeat. Economic importance and supply chain vulnerability. Andre, if I am depending on only imports for this, suddenly that country stops, then we will have a trouble. I will show you also. Read this. These are the number of critical minerals where we are having 100% dependency on imports. What do you mean by 100% dependency on imports? Domestic is big zero. Examples: lithium, cobalt, nickel, vanadium, niobium, germanium, etc. Artha aagta idya? Why was it in the news, by the way? Anthracite. Good. Coking coal. Have you heard of coking coal? How many of you are hearing it for the first time? Very important. Coking coal agale UPSC ಎರಡು ಸತಿ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. It is a very important ingredient for manufacturing of steel. Okay? Coking coal. India ಇದೆ, but we are the largest importer of coking coal. So imagine you have it within in your house, but you are still importing. For example, in your house food is there, but still you are ordering from Swiggy, Zomato. Good or bad? Bad. Why bad? ದುಡ್ಡು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ majorly. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Same thing is happening to coking coal. That is why government of India recently notified coking coal as a critical mineral to cut steel import dependence. India has declared coking coal a critical and a strategic mineral. It aims to reduce the reliance on imports for steel making. The government's decision will expedite mining clearance and policy support. Andre, let us have it in India rather than depending on imports. Okay na? How many critical minerals are there in our country? 30. List ide. See, this is the list of critical minerals. First, tell me what are the two criteria for critical? Economic importance and supply chain. Economic importance andre, for my manufacturing I will need this. For example, to make Tata cars, To make Mahindra electric cars, I will need this. To make BrahMos, I will need this. Adu economic. So, supply chain andre, we are blindly depending on imports for this. So, adu eradu criteria for declaring any mineral as critical mineral. All right. Observe madi, which are the easy ones you are able to see? Cobalt, yes. Copper, yes. Graphite, lithium, molybdenum, nickel. Or ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ, which of the following are critical minerals ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Easy ಇರೋದು you remember. And one more thing observe, look at point number 19. All rare earth elements have been declared as critical minerals. For example, I'll give you a statement. All rare earth metals are critical minerals, but all critical minerals are not rare earth metals. True or false? I'll write down, I'll repeat. All rare earth elements are critical minerals. True? Is it vice versa? Is it true? No. Please remember that. So here remember antimony and beryllium, cobalt, copper, gallium, germanium. If you observe, idella semiconductivity ke very important. Correct? Cadmium is very toxic. Okay, good. Graphite, lithium, nickel. Please note, silicon, don't forget. Then tin, titanium, tungsten, zirconium. Idella very very important critical minerals. Don't sit and by heart. Observe madiri 2-3 sati saku. Indium, I think it should be there in India. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. These are 100%. It is there in India. I think is it named after India? Huh? No, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದೇಶ ಪ್ರೇಮನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Huh? What? Good Sekhar, good observation. Germanium is there is. Not available. Okay, but again, can we sit and open everything and say which is India, which is not needed? From exam perspective, again, whatever is available in public domain and in the news, this should be enough. Okay. Again, critical minerals. Yes, let us read about coking coal. India has estimated 37 billion tons of coking coal resources, mainly in Jharkhand. Yes to Jharkhand, very very important. Also in Madhya Pradesh, Bengal, etc. Despite this, imports have increased from 51 million to 58 million in 2024. At present, 95% of the steel sector's coking coal requirement is met through imports. 95% we are importing. Okay. Why it is a raw material for manufacturing what? Steel, iron and steel majorly. To address this, government amended the first schedule of MMDR Act. What is MMDR Act? Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act. In part A, the term coal now reads as coal including coking coal, and also coking coal has been added to part D, which lists critical and strategic minerals. In the next class, I will be discussing in depth about MMDR Act and what are the first schedule and what is part D of it. Artha agtidya why UPSC will ask basics about this. MMDR has already been asked twice. We'll discuss all that. It is clarified that under section 11D, the royalty, auction premium, etc. will continue to go to the state government rather than central government. Central government has made rules, but royalty and premium will go to state governments. Artha agta idya? What are we discussing? Critical minerals. How many are there? 30. Which year was National Critical Elements Mission launched in India? Last year question adikkene. 23. National Critical Minerals Mission. 23 I think. Announced. But ಯಾವ year? Last year, what was the question that was asked? 24, 24, okay. Last year, question ಏನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು? ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, you should be knowing all the 3 lines also. What has been asked? Okay. Anyways, we'll come back to that. Again, some of the top, you can read it later. Again, who is going to be dominant? China. This PDFs will be uploaded in the right below the YouTube link, okay? So let us stop here. Let us go back to geography. Mountain systems. Again, what all should you be reading under mountain systems or mountain ranges? Highest peak yavadu? A range alli highest peak. For example, in Aravallis, which is the highest peak. In Vindhyas, which is the highest peak. Good. In Eastern Ghats, which is the highest peak? Anaimudina? Eastern Ghats. Anaimudi, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ ಪಾಪ. Okay, anyways. Mahendragirina, Odisha. That is the highest peak of Odisha. Come back. So again, if you are going to read, I have told you the 5-day plan. Day 1, read Himalayas. Himalayas andaga Greater Himalayas, Lesser Himalayas, Himadri, Himachal, Shivalik we should be knowing. Okay, that is one thing we are going to do. Then adralli order, which is in the northmost, which is in the southmost, you should be knowing. In case any river flows through that or divides these two, you have to be knowing. Okay. After that, come to our central Himalayas, and then in even our northeast Himalayas ide. I still remember I had made one formula, DMAM anta. DMAM, Dafla, Miri, Abor, Mishmi. DMAM. Dafla first birth. I think all of them are in Arunachal Pradesh. Dafla, Miri, Abor and Mishmi. Okay. Order, east in the west or the west in the east? West to east. Okay. Then you should be knowing about many important mountains in northeast. Blue Mountains anta ide, Lushai Hills anta ide, Bareil Hills, Bareil Mountains anta ide. All this you should be knowing. Okay. Then come to central India. Central India, obviously we should be knowing the order: Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura and Mahadeo mountains. And there, which national parks are present near which mountains? Okay. Very, very important. Then we'll come to Eastern Ghats and Western Ghats. Okay. And there also, in Himalayas also, hill stations. Have you heard of hill stations? Which hill station is present in which mountains also they will ask. So that we have to, passes also, yes. Recently, which pass was in the news? Rezangla, Natula, Ella pass Angla. One reason why passes have been in the news is because of India-China dispute. All the passes were locked, closed for cross-border trade. Now they have been opened. Go back and read the passes: Shipkila, Natula and Lipu Lake. Lipu Lake is in which state? Uttarakhand, Himachal? Uttarakhand. Shipkila? Guarantee na? Sikkim Ali? Natula. Please remember the passes, which state and which place to which place it connects. These are important passes, not every pass. Okay. And I'll also show you some examples of other questions, how it is asked and what can come this year. India, China, there are important border dispute places: Depsang, Demchok, Hot Springs, Pangong Tso Lake. Very, very important. The line of actual control passes through Pangong Tso Lake. True or false? 100% true. LAC kelidira? It passes through this Pangong Tso Lake. Pangong Tso Lake is freshwater lake or saltwater lake? Salt water. Don't get confused, sir. There are glacier, it will melt fresh illa. Salt water lake Pangong. So, okay. Let us start. Again, let's do question and answers. Visible? Yes. Again, highest rewarding go. Apart from rivers, it is mountains. Read all. It's okay. Amarkantak Hills at the confluence of Vindhya and Sahyadri ranges. Satpura. Okay. Biligiri Rangan Hills constitute eastern part of Satpura. Where is Biligiri Rangan Hills? Karnataka. Only Karnataka people can solve this. Inge kodbeku on question. Only we should be able to solve. Sheshachalam Hills constitute southernmost part of Western Ghats. Eastern Ghats, Western Ghats. Answer is none of the above. Again, needs courage, guts to answer this. But again, you'll note that Vindhya elide, Sahyadri elide. Okay, Vindhya ne elide, Sahyadri ne lo ide. Then Biligiri Rangan Hills, obviously we know. Sheshachalam Hills is in that AP side. Ikade illadu. Answer was none of the above. Again, very nice question by UPSC. Read all options. Take your time. Don't rush. Don't answer also. Let others read. How many of you think option A is correct? Option B? Option B? Option C? Option D? Very, very easy. NCERT nodidira. Namche Barwa. Arunachal Pradesh. That is where our Himalayas bends. Very good. Syntaxial bending. Where is Garhwal Himalayas? Uttarakhand. Ikkade barutte. Himachal Uttarakhand kade barutte. So option 1 is wrong. Nakrek. Meghalaya. Okay. Nanda Devi is Kuman. Correct. Are you observing the kind of questions he is asking? He is picking important places and asking where is it. Kullu Manali, Elide, Mussoorie, where is, in which ranges are they present? Please read this. Even in our South India also, Ooty, Kodaikanal. Please go and see which ranges are they present in. Ooty kelidirala, Kodaikanal. Take your time, try to write it in the map or write it yourself. If you don't know what is Gilgit gone, Gilgit Baltistan andre POK, Gilgit Baltistan, okay. Then Aksai Chin, where is Aksai Chin? Ikade right, China is occupied, okay. Then Leh, where is Leh? Adi eradra madhya barutte, okay. So Nubra Valley, even if you don't know, you can get the answer correct. Siachen, what is this? Gilgit, Leh, Aksai Chin. So Siachen is present to the north of Leh, but what has he given? East of Leh, correct or wrong? Is it located to east of Aksai Chin? West, correct or wrong? North of Gilgit is telling that it is located somewhere here. Answer is option D. It is located to the north of Nubra Valley. Why was it asked? Yes, there was a conflict. China, though, that is when China had come and occupied these regions close to India. That is the reason UPSC picked up and asked. Another game UPSC played with only. Good, Savita, correct answer. Try to write Himalaya, I mean Western Ghats, how many states does it pass through? Write the states, it's okay. Now you know, because after it comes in the exam, obviously every faculty will come and tell. Avag it looks very easy, extraordinarily easy. Okay? Himalayas is spread over 5 states only. How many states? 11 anta ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವರು. 5 ಅಂತೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾರ್ತ್ ಈಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಹಿಮಾಲಯಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೆಸ್ಟರ್ನ್ ಘಾಟ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಓವರ್ 5 states ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವುದು? ವೇರ್ ಡಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್? ಗುಜರಾತ್, ಮಹಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ, ಗೋವಾ, ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ, ಕೇರಳ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಂಧ್ರ, ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು. Okay, so option statement 2 is correct or wrong? Next, Pulicat Lake is spread over 2 states only. Correct. ಯಾವ್ದು? Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Very, very important. Pulicat Lake, Chilka Lake, very favorite areas of UPSC. Why is Chilka Lake famous? Largest brackish water. Then any animal present there? Olive ridley turtles, water crocodiles. One bird, Irrawaddy dolphins. Irrawaddy dolphins are also there. First, good. First Ramsar site. I'll write some places name. Can you tell me why are they in the news? In some classes I have told. If I told you in the class, don't answer. Buda Pahar. Baramsiya. Chakrabanda. And Parasnath. Something is common in all these 4 places. Not Jainism. Huh? Buddha, Buddhism. North India. North India alladu. Why? Because these 4 places have recently been declared as Naxalite free places in our country. Ishte kelad 4 place keltanu, and see, places are also new. Despite we are preparing for civil service, we have not seen these names. It is there in PIB document this year. And remember, March 31 is the date for ending Naxalism in our country. Okay, so repeat the names: Buda Pahar, Baramsiya, Chakrabanda and Parasnath. Very good options also you gave. Any options? Places related to Jainism, places related to Buddhism. Very easy. Recently declared national wildlife sanctuaries. And last one is Naxalite. Naxalites, recently government has declared Naxalism to be removed. Also, why is this Operation Kia in the news? So Pakistan, Jammu Kashmir insurgency or militancy. Government, it was the army launched operation known as Operation Kia. Operation Bulbul, Double Bull. Why is it famous? Good. Naxalites, Naxalism. These are the government security forces launched operations. Operation Octopus and also Operation Chakrabanda. In the last few years, you observe more security related questions are coming in UPSC, defense related. So this is one thing that UPSC can actually ask. I hope all of you know what is Cobra. Force. Special force. Why? To tackle Naxalism only, dedicated force created known as Cobra. Rashtriya Rifles, dedicated force for Jammu Kashmir militancy. Artha aita? So please have an idea about this also. Come back. Yes. Again, straightforward. Western Ghats. There was a time when UPSC used to ask questions like this. The time is over. Take your time. Don't rush. At least try to eliminate. Which one do you know? Cardamom Mills. Where is Cardamom Mills? Kerala. Coromandel Coast is Tamil Nadu. Okay, first one is wrong. Second one, do you know Kaimur Hills? Central India. Kaimur Hills is in Central India. Right or wrong? We got our answers? 3 and 4. But again, please remember, now in the current pattern of UPSC of asking options, you should be knowing all 4. You like it or not, that is how reality is. Mahadev Hills are Central India, correct? Mikir Hills is also correct. Where is it? In which state? Arunachal, Assam. Assam, Arunachal border, majorly I think is in Assam. Northeast, excellent hills are there. Where is Blue Mountains present? Very good. Mizoram. That's very illive. Blue Mountains majorly is in Mizoram. Mizo hills antano karitare. Garo Kasi Jaintya. Very good. Another very easy question. Evidence for Himalayas being young fold mountains. Tell me a formula for young fold mountains. You are a Himalaya. Very good. U andre Urals. R andre Rockies. A andre Andes and Alps. Ikade Himalayas. Good. Deep gorges. Yes or no? 100%. One irlebeka. U-turn river course. According to that, we have to 2 is correct. Parallel mountain ranges. Last one. Steep gradient. Obviously steep gradient. Answer is 1, 2, 3, 4. And exam, whenever you see all the above, don't overthink. How can UPSC give all the options? No, he might only be playing with us. Mentally prepare. If you know it, it is definitely correct. I see many students making this mistake in the test and also in the UPSC exam. You will defy and you will counter your own knowledge, saying that how can UPSC give? I might only be wrong. Don't have that attitude. Go walk into the exam like which cricket team? Australian cricket team. Remember, Australia also lost to Zimbabwe. Overconfidence. Come back. Impact of without Himalayas. Okay. Country would experience cold waves from Siberia. Gone. Yes, correct. Second, Indo-Gangetic plain would lack extensive alluvial soils. Correct. Third one, monsoon pattern would be different. Correct. Our monsoons na divert agadu, stop agadu, reason is Himalayas. So answer is option D, all the above. Which hills are found in eastern and western Ghats meet? But see the options. Cardamom hills, PYQ. Several hills will come in another year. Observe ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? These the same options are same places which have come. UPSC will pick up and continue with these places. He cannot create new mountains. He cannot create new hills. He has to pick up the same things. This is the problem with technology. You can't depend on it. I'll just read the question. Meanwhile, you can set it right. In which state is Mount Guru Shikhar located? Guarantee, no? Fine. In which state is Mount Guru Shikhar peak located? Answer is Rajasthan. Good. In which state is Shevaroy Hills located? I don't. You are writing exam. Tamil Nadu, not Andhra Pradesh. Tamil Nadu. Okay. Which pass was reopened in the mid 2006 to facilitate India-China trade? This pass was opened after the 1961-62 war with China. I'll give you one more hint. This pass was closed in 1961 war. Again it was reopened. Nathula Pass. Okay. Which state? Sikkim. Shipkila? Himachal. Match the following. This is little challenging. All places look very new. Zuku. Huh? Again, if you don't know all this, better not to answer it. Gotila, I'm telling you, these are the questions better to leave. But if you know any two, you can mark. Do you know any places? Zuku, Nagaland, guarantee na? Marka? Jammu Kashmir. Marka is Jammu Kashmir. So A should be 3. It should be either B or D. Okay, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಯಾವ್ದು guarantee ಆಯಿತು? 2. C is 2. So he's telling that Sangla Valley is in Himachal. Okay. Yumthang ellide. Yumthang is in Sikkim and Zuku Valley is in. Anyways, if you don't know, please know about these places. These are the places probably UPSC can come back and ask. Which of the following is not correct? Circle ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ whenever you see this. Which of the following is not correct? Western Ghats is relatively higher in the northern region. Guarantee na? Good. its height increases as we go south. Anaimudi is the highest peak. Tapi river lies south of Satpura. Narmada and Tapi are old rift valleys. This is where in geography mapping you can actually do some homework about the options. Some people say do all the options. Ella subject it is not needed. In geography, in places, especially mapping, you can read more about Satpura range, Narmada and Tapi, etc. Not everywhere. Correct sequence from north to south. Actually, if you are smart, you can eliminate two options. Which two you can eliminate? B and D. Annaimalai andrenu. Where is Annaimalai? South. Okay. So we have A and C. A or C? Guarantee na? Answer is C. Understood? If you don't know also, at least you could eliminate two options. Why could we eliminate? Anaimudi I knew. Or where is it? South. So adantu iralla. So third option easily I am going to eliminate. Nallamalla, Palkonda. Then we have Cardamom Hills here. Annaimudi illi, Annaimala Hills near Ilbert. Okay. Again, one point of time he used to like asking questions like this, north to south, south. This now it is not a pattern, but same hills, different perspective will ask. Correct sequence from north to south. Guarantee na? 1, 3. Remember I told you one formula. AVSM. Aravalli, Vindhya, Satpura, Mahadiyo. Okay? Ad ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ answer ಬರುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. If you go wrong, you will go there only. Nanda Devi peak is present in Kumaon Himalayas. Again, this was kind of a out of the box questions. This is KPSC kind of questions. Answer D, 670 million years ago. This is 1997 question. Idella don't unless you know it pakka. He is asking match the following. In which period of time all this were formed? Who will mark? If somebody has geology option, they will mark. Only geology optional students can mark, or somebody geography optional. Option C. Okay. Sorry, B. Deccan Traps, Cretaceous and Eocene, Western Ghats, Late Cenozoic. 3B, Aravalli is Precambrian, and 4 is E. Narmada Tapi is Pleistocene. Worst case, they might ask this again. Later, be careful and try to read about this. At least know about Western Ghats, Aravalli. Why is Aravalli in the news? Why is Aravalli? Supreme Court definition of Aravalli. So chances of Aravalli being asked. How many states is Aravalli present in? Guarantee na? Google ಮಾಡಿ. You see it and tell me. ನೋಡ್ಬಿಡಿ first. ಹೇಳು. Correct. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? This is what UPSC can ask. Where does it originate? Which is the highest peak of Aravalli ranges? Mount Goroshikar. Another nice question. Saddle Peak. Highest peak of Andaman Nicobar is located in Great Nicobar, Middle Andaman, Little Andaman, North Andaman. Completely factual. You know or you don't know. If you don't know, don't touch. Guarantee na? Correct. Which Andaman is present in? North Andaman. Again, you know or you don't know, but next time you should tell me, sir, Saddle Peak is present in North Andaman. Ashtidre saku. Which mountain range is spread over only one state in India? Ajanta. Ya state? Maharashtra. Aram se, take your time. Read all options. Arakan Yoma, Pegu Yoma, Baluchistana, Myanmar, Nepal, Kashmir. Myanmar. Okay. These were 1995 question, I think. Next UPSC might come back here. Economy, what they did, they started asking problems related to fiscal deficit. So if he wants to make it difficult, he can go to this extent also. Don't think he will not waste money to do this. By the way, this is A, B, C and D. Rift Valley region. Just now we discussed two rivers which near Rift Valley. Answer is option C. This is Rift Valley. B is Chhattisgarh, Chota Nagpur. This is our rain shadow area. Okay. So these are the questions that are coming in UPSC from which topic? Mountain ranges. Artha agtideyala? Rivers last class we discussed, this class we discussed mountain ranges. But did you observe that the same set of mountains have come? The same Himalaya, same northeast, Ade hills varate, or our Aravalli, Satpura, Vindhya. So whichever mountains we saw, if you know those mountain ranges also, that is more than enough. Okay. We still have time. Let us complete oceanography. Around 10-15 questions are there. We'll do major and minor minerals also today. Prelims, we have only 100 days. From next week onwards, I will try to have 2 sessions. Same 2 hours, same time, 2.5 hours. We can't cover the syllabus. Okay. So now we are going to oceanography. Oceanography yen keltadare isotherms and their behaviors, seasonal patterns, ocean currents, fundamentals of ocean currents. Then tides, kelidira tides. 2 to 3 questions have been asked on tides. Also water distribution on earth. Andre water, is it how much water is present in glaciers? How much is present under the water surface? How much is it? Glacier alli ಎಷ್ಟು percentage of water ಇದೆ? Good, very good. 69 to 70% glacier. Underground ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? Around 30%. 1% is only surface water. ಈ lake waters ಎಲ್ಲ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, that is 1%. I'll show you 2 times they've asked. Start. This is page number 79 of NCERT. Copy pasted. In January, in the northern hemisphere, isotherms. First, you should know what is isotherm. What is isotherm? Line connecting places having same temperature. Good. The isotherms bend equatorward while crossing the land masses and poleward while crossing the oceans. Because in January, air over the oceans is warmer than over the land mass in northern hemisphere. Correct? Why? Because land also gets heated fast. Land also gets cooled fast. So that is why in northern hemisphere in January, isotherms bend equatorward while crossing the land mass. So this is a correct statement, and the statement 2 is the correct explanation for statement A. This is 2025 question. Again 2024 isotherms. Same concept. Okay? Read. This was actually a googly question. He is not trying to expect you to know the concept also. Yavadu cold current, warm current gottidru agogiradu. If you know which one is warm current and cold current, you could have already got it. Gulf Stream is warm or cold current? Warm current. Statement 2 is wrong. Statement 1? Statement 1 is correct. Artha agta idya? So isotherm has become the new favorite of UPSC. But is it too difficult also? Provided you know the concept, it is a very doable topic. In such questions, please write temperature contrast between continent and ocean is greater during summer and winter. First summer anta write down and see how temperature contrast will be, more or less. Less or higher? Less. Winter ali? High. Guarantee na? Now read it. One is correct or wrong? One is wrong. Ulta kottidane. Correct? Temperature contrast. First, what is temperature contrast? Highest and the lowest temperature. Okay? He is telling that is greater during summers. It is greater during winters. Artha aita? And in this statement 1-2 question, it is very good if he gives one statement wrong, because the other statement has to be right. Okay, so first one is factually wrong, that means statement B is correct. Draw the ocean, west east, write the west and east. Then you write east, the trade winds. Trade winds andre easterly. Correct tane? Trade winds flow from east to west only, correct? As soon as you see trade winds, mind won't work. But remember, from where to where does it flow? East to west. Read. Write the ocean, right western side of the ocean. Western is left or right? West is left. Okay, good. Are warmer than east due to trade winds. Easterlies flows from? Wait, let us draw one tropical ocean. West yadu, east yadu? West idu, east. Correct? Easterlies andrenu? Winds blow from here to here. So this place will become warm or cold? Warm. Is it correct or wrong? Correct. At least ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ idea ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಈ ತರ questions ಬಂದ್ರೆ what you should do? Write down. Here whatever I wrote first was an ocean. Okay, put water. Right west. West correct? ಈ ಕಡೆ east? Easterlies ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? Sorry, I mean trade winds. They from east to west. Logically, is it correct or wrong? Artha agta idya? Please draw these diagrams. It becomes very easy and you will have lesser confusion when you are doing it. Second option. In temperate zones, westerlies make eastern ocean sections warmer than western. Write the ocean again. East and this side, Western rain, I mean, what do you mean by westerlies? Option 2 is correct or statement 2 is correct or wrong? Correct. What is our final answer? Both 1 and 2. I hope you understood. Here he is testing your knowledge. Whenever you get these questions, draw the ocean, continent, draw the continent. East and west, write it on the paper. Then write easterly or westerly. You will get it logical. Any doubts? Aitya? Correct again? Because see, again, I studied geography last 5 years back. So based on that knowledge, we have to play. Ocean mean temperature. Again, that year it was bouncer question. And when we were writing this, whenever we saw numbers directly marked wrong, number banta gone. That was 3-4 years back, not now, it does not work. And we will have our own logic. I cannot come and tell you when you see number, mark it wrong. But when you see 2 numbers, 1 number is wrong. If 3 statements are there, if 2 statements are numerical or factual, 1 fact is generally wrong. Again, these questions, if you don't know, what are you going to do? Skip, don't mark. Again here, supposedly this was some 69 or 59 meters, 59 meters, but again, this won't be taught in class also. Suddenly if you pick up random topic and expect you to know, no. Tide. Tides occur in oceans and seas due to which force? Gravitational force of sun, moon and earth. How many of you think 2 and 3? Hey, correct, Akhil. 1, 2, 3. All the above. 1, 2, 3. Guarantee. 1, 2, 3 dane. What explains the eastward flow of equatorial counter current? Remember that current will go like this. Ange U-turn ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, eastward. Read all options. Convergence of 2 equatorial currents will lead to the eastward flow of equatorial counter currents. First, temperature range andreno? Maximum and minimum. It should come to your head as soon as you see range, then you start reading the options. Why is annual temperature range higher in continent interiors versus coastal areas? Read all options. Don't answer, I will ask. You can raise your hands. How many of you think it is D? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many of you will not mark? Still reading, read. A, how many A? B, C, D. Again, Aditya will not mark. Answer is option A. Option A. Why is annual range higher in continental interior sources. Forget everything. Question is basically is asking why the temperature range is very high in the continent and not the coast. And the major reason is the thermal land difference between land and water. Altitude goduku ಏನು ಸಂಬಂಧ? Not so much. What is altitude? Height. Okay. Is asking range, not only temperature, temperature range. Another easy, full toss, no ball, free it. If you don't answer this, most important fishing grounds are found where? Warm and cold oceanic currents meet. Did you see the type of questions being asked? Ocean currents alle, they are asking basically the isotherm, how it changes, land mass mate ocean, how is it in the land mass and how is it on the ocean, how is it in the northern hemisphere, how is it in the southern hemisphere. These are the types of questions that are being asked. Factors influencing ocean currents. ಅದು ಆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅಬವ್ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅದು 2, 3, 4 ಇರೋದು. ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೂ ಓಷನ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ಗೂ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ, ರೊಟೇಷನ್ಗಿದೆ. ರೆವಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ಗೂ ಇದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಸ್ 1, 2 and 3. Please remember there is no relation between revolution and ocean. See, go back and if next year after UPSC paper, same concepts would have come in UPSC. That is for sure. He cannot ask or create any new concepts here. Very nice question actually. See, read properly both statements. Water in rivers and lakes exceeds groundwater amount. Definitely not. Water in polar ice cap and glacier exceeds underground water. Correct? Yes. Answer is option 2 only. See this, 69% of fresh water, glacier plus polar ice cap, 30% is groundwater and only 1% is our surface, lake, etc. is present. A, anybody? A, B, C, D. Answer is option A. Fresh water available for use is less than 1% of the total water on earth. Second, 95% of total fresh water is bound in polar ice cap and glacier. What percentage? Around 69 to 70. Artha agta idya? Are you seeing options are also same? I am not creating this question, all are UPSC civil service papers only. Okay? So that means while you are reading your basic NCERT, please know the distribution of water, fresh water, how it is stored. Ade question barbeku matte, if it comes, the same question has to come. Another nice question. I have gone till 1995 by the way for all the PYQs. Read all the options. Annual temperature range. A range anadu isati bantu? Is he asking lot of times? So whenever you see range, please be very, very careful and read it properly. Okay? The annual temperature range is greater than Pacific than Atlantic Ocean. Again, simplify. Atlantic ಮತ್ತೆ Pacific. ಎಲ್ಲಿ land mass ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ? Atlantic. So Atlantical range ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕಾ, Pacifical range ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕಾ? Atlantic. Has he given right or wrong? Wrong. The annual temperature range should be greater in Atlantic rather than Pacific. Annual temperature range is greater in northern than southern hemisphere. Correct or wrong? Yes. Why? The concepts ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ questions are very very doable. Another little controversial question. You only tell what is the controversy also later. Third controversy alla. First one controversy. So ocean current features. First option, slow surface movement of water in ocean. True or false? True or false? Second gorana. Assist in maintaining heat balance. 100%. That is one way. Winds ಮತ್ತೆ ocean currents, two ways of knowing it. Set in motion primarily by prevailing winds. Correct. Prevailing winds ಇಂದಾನೆ ತಾನೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದು. Affected by configuration of ocean. ಆ ocean ಇದ್ರೆ ತಾನೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗೋದು. First option. What is your answer? Answer is 2, 3 and 4. But you can't prove one as wrong actually. But this is how UPSC gives answer keys. Sometimes I think last year you have seen 2, 3 answers keys UPSC has given wrong. President, Prime Minister one they have given wrong. One more what they have given wrong is high courts like Supreme Courts can review their own decision. That also they have given a wrong answer. Okay, multiple times wrong answers come. But again here what is your answer? All of the above. Everybody would have marked all of the above, but 2, 3, 4. I checked, I did some research. Half of the institutions have given 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of them have given 2, 3, 4. Slow surface movement of water in ocean. But actually what happens, ocean current means not necessarily only the surface water movement. It is also the movement of lower layers of water. That is the reason why one is wrong. Do you agree? Ocean current andre not just surface, up to few layers or what do you say, distance. The entire water moves rather than only the surface water. Correct or wrong? Going by that option 1 is wrong. Yes. Artha aita why they have given 2, 3, 4? This is the purpose. Neap tide. If you don't know neap tide, don't answer it. Okay. What are the types of tides? Spring tide mate neap tide. Good. During neap tides, high tide is lower and low tide is higher than usual. Second odi. Neap tide occurs on new moon instead of full moon unlike spring tide. English game. Take your time. Write down if you know anything about this. ಏನಿರ್ಬೋದು? Both can't be wrong, sir. Speaker, just now you have finished geography, tell. A antu alla. One statement is wrong here. A is false, R is true. A is false, R is true. Anyways, today also it is not late. You still have 100 days. You have identified the most important topics. These are the important topics that you are going to go back and revise. Okay? And you are seeing the papers. Is it so not doable? Or is it doable? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ presence of mind. I am telling you, if you go in the next attempt, Paper will be very lengthy because all are new topics. But if you know where is the hint, where is the keyword I am going to observe, paper becomes more simpler. Tides are of great help in navigation and fishing. Guarantee. High tides enable big ships to enter and leave the harbor safely. Correct. Tides bandag easy. Third, tide prevents siltation in harbors. Takes away silt. Kandla and Diamond Harbor are tidal ports. Check madi. Diamond Harbor. Where is Diamond Harbor? All the options are correct. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Last question of oceanography. Which factor is responsible for change in regular direction of ocean currents in Indian Ocean? Indian Ocean is half an ocean. Indian Ocean has monsoon drift. Indian Ocean is landlocked ocean. See, easily we eliminate 2 options. Understood? UPSC will give you the hint there if you see properly. Indian Ocean has greater salinity variation. What is our answer? Answer is option B. Indian Ocean has monsoon drift. Artha agta idya? So these are the overall questions that have been asked. Not even one question that has been missed coming to oceanography. ಹೌದಾ? ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಹಂಗಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಬಂದು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಓಕೆನಾ ಓಕೆ ವಿಲ್ ಚೆಕ್ ದಟ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವರಿ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿನಾ okay so we have completed totally how many questions today almost 60 questions are done okay good so last topic for today is major and minor minerals in 5 minutes we are going to finish it okay so after major and minor minerals we'll be done with almost 70% of geography. What is pending in geography is geomorphology, solar system matte origin of universe a concept and some human geography random questions. Rest all technical aspects are covered. So that will be covered and next subject which shall we start? Major I pegga aito environment no use. Why no use I am telling you whatever we do know questions I will tell you it comes from pollution. It comes from climate change, it should come from protected area, it should come from some animal or bird or biodiversity. That all of us know. But the question which comes in the exam, nobody knows. That I will save that for later. Rather, which I can predict more, science and tech, modern history, that we can start. You choose science and tech or modern history. Okay, I will only decide. Anyways, from next week, guarantee. Votes. How many of you want science and tech? How many of you want modern history? Oh, you are raising for both. We'll do modern history then. Okay, modern history because there are 4 units. From that 4 units, highest number of questions are coming. Okay, so meanwhile, again it is getting late. We'll have 2 sessions per week. Anyways, evening all optional classes are also almost over. So 2 sessions, only 2.5 hours each, so that you can give the rest of the time for studies. Tell me the current affairs topics you want me to discuss. I'll do Armenia, Azerbaijan. That is one thing that is missing. Nagorno-Karabakh. There is one corridor. What is the name of that corridor? ಒಂದು Philadelphia corridor. ಇನ್ನೊಂದಿದೆ. Lachin corridor ಅಂತಾನೆ ಅದೊಂದಿದೆ. Anyways, we'll do that. Which current affairs topics you want me to discuss? Trade deal. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಬರಲ್ಲ. Okay, fine. India, US and India, UK trade deal, fine. Actually, I have to discuss all the trade agreements. Did we discuss the names? I will discuss that CICA, CIPA, N difference discuss mana. India, US and India, UK, I'll do, don't worry. Defense, give me some time. Operations will do. Operation Rahat, all this Sindhu, Kaveri, that will take 5-10 minutes. It's already ready. Defense I have started. I'll need 15 more days. Defense is too vast. Reports I done. Reports will do. Schemes. Budget. Now let us identify high rewarding topics where you need more clarity. For example, science and technical self topics ಇದೆ. Tokamak, artificial sun. These are high rewarding topics that will focus. Rather than doing something randomly, we'll identify high rewarding topics and do. Ad hoc judges was in the news. I will add that also. Any topic which will be over in just 5 to 10 minutes. 5 topics will keep per week. That is better. So defense will be doing, and also next we'll start modern history. Geography, one session is needed, and we'll start with modern history. Modern history is very easy also. Factual. Tell me what all you know about major minerals and minor minerals. Why was it in the news? Very good. Recently, 4 minerals have been identified by the government and they have put it under major minerals. Feldspar, mica, limestone, quartz. Good. These are the 4. Barytes, feldspar, mica and quartz. Shifted from minor to major minerals. First I'll tell you what all is major and minor, then we'll come to this. Let us see the difference between major and minor minerals first. Authority to declare, or who is in charge of major minerals? It is central government. Who is in charge of minor minerals? State government. Okay. Both of them are governed by only same act. Which act? MMDR Act. I'll do the amendments also next class. Classification, default major minerals explicitly notified by center. Andre, central government will give 10 minerals and say they are minor minerals. Which minerals are not mentioned by the central government are automatically deemed to be major minerals. Repeat, central government notifies major or minor? Minor, which is not mentioned is deemed to be major. Arthakta is the difference. Example, sand, gravel, clay, building stones, etc. See the royalty. Major minerals royalty is fixed by central government. Minor minerals royalty is fixed by state governments. Lease rules for major minerals, center, minor minerals, state. Andre major minerals ge all the rules, regulations are made by central government. There you can read central government as Indian Bureau of Mines. Aita minor minerals, everything is with the state. But notify mada yaar minor mineral anta? Central government. Artha aita difference? Did you know the difference? This is enough now. Definition. Minerals with higher economic, strategic and industrial significance are major. Relatively lesser economic value and localized use. Sand, gravel, marble, clay, etc. are minor minerals. Governing law done. Very important, lease period. Major minerals can lease period up to 50 years. Yadike major minerals. For minor minerals, it is typically shorter duration that is decided by state governments. Major minerals revenue earnings go to the state government but regulated by the central government. Very nice catch here. Who fixes the revenue and the all the cess? Central government, but it goes to state government. Idu major minerals kene. Artha aita? Come to minor minerals. Revenue goes directly to the state government except notification by center. They have no other business to do with minor minerals. Now we'll start. Ownership. All minerals vest in the state, not private individuals. Okay? All minerals vest with whom? State, not private individuals. And who notifies minor minerals? Central government. State, others are deemed to be major minerals. All unnotified minerals are automatically classified as major minerals. Major minerals. Central government has exclusive authority over leasing, royalty and policy of yadu major minerals. Example of major minerals: iron ore, manganese, chromite, bauxite, copper, zinc, lead, gold. Strategically very important and also economically very important. Adu major minerals agutte. Coal, is it a major mineral or minor mineral? Major mineral. So center or state? Central government. Remember what happened in Meghalaya last week? Rat hole mining, very very important. Rat hole mining regulation ide. When was it banned? Who banned it? All this you should be knowing. Okay, good. NGT had banned it. Why do they involve themselves in this rat hole mining? Melene sigutte and cost effective for them also, but very dangerous. Okay. Minor minerals. State governments have full control over quarry lease, permit and royalty fixation. But who declares minerals as minor minerals? Central government. Good. Minor andre not less valuable, but administratively they have decentralized. Andre let state governments do whatever they want. State government powers, very important. Authority to make rules for minor minerals. Power to prevent illegal mining, transportation and storage. Who has the powers? State government. And see the last one, compulsory formation of district mineral foundation trust in mining affected districts. Who has to form? Center or state? State governments. But it is a very good trap where UPSC can say central government can set up district mineral foundation, but who has to set it up? State. So these are some of the common minerals that have been declared as minor minerals. Lease period, which one is higher? Major or minor? Major. Why was it in the news? Ministry of Mines issued a gazette notification reclassifying 4 key minerals, shifting them from minor to major. Why? Because they were industrially very significant. They were very important for economic development. That is why these 4 minerals have been shifted from minor to major. Repeat the names: barytes, feldspar, quartz and mica. Who is the governing body? Central government andre Indian Bureau of Mines. What is the lease duration? 50 years. Artha aita? This is about major and minor minerals. Any doubts? Is there anything else you want me to discuss? Another 2 weeks we will do modern history. Next 2 weeks science and tech will be done. IR illa agta idella. Whatever I am doing IR, that is happening anyways in current affairs. So IR no need to go. If you want, I'll tell you how IR type of questions are asked. No doubt about that. Artha agta idya? Meanwhile, current affairs, if you feel any topics are difficult, we'll discuss. Okay? Which other day in the week is preferable for you? Wednesday, na? Innu agilva optional. Okay. Yeah, option sociology, na? Okay. We'll do some arrangements, don't worry. Hey, Sunday I have to play cricket. Sunday, don't expect me to come on Sunday. No, if case Sundays I am available, we can take it on Saturday and Sunday both. Okay? Because it will take minimum 1 day for me to prepare only. Okay? So next week we'll complete geography, we'll do some current affairs topics, and we'll transit to modern history. Okay? Thank you. Study well. This PDF you will be getting in the below link by tomorrow morning. Okay? Online students, Radhika, you will get the PDF. In this, there will be a link, and that will be uploaded by today night or tomorrow morning.